Today we are going to talk about clove. And clove, I should just stop showing you these bottles. If my bottles have a dropper top on them, that means I use them in blends a lot. And it's easier to get them with a dropper and put them in a smaller bottle than straight out of the bottle. So that's why it looks different. But clove is the free product of the month this month. All right. There, okay. I was about to scream. So this is what a clove tree looks like. And when I was reading about it, it's doTERRA sources their clove from Madagascar, and it's harvested from the unopened and dried flower buds of the evergreen tree. And at first I thought evergreen tree, and then realized that when you say an evergreen tree in the Intermountain West of the United States, you think of a pine tree or a fir tree or something like this. So this is a tree that is evergreen, but it's not what we typically think of evergreen. But so these are the blossoms, and then these are, the ones that are dried out. So it has been used for years in dental preparations, candy and gum, for its flavor and ability to cleanse the mouth. But it provides lots and lots of benefits. Its main chemical component is eugenol, and it makes it a stimulating and energizing essential oil that you can use as a warming massage oil. It's steam distilled from the little clove buds here, and it gets its name from the Latin word clavus, meaning nail. And if you look at the clove buds, I think you can see why it gets that name. So the emotional benefits of clove are, I say this every week, don't I, are really wonderful. So clove supports individuals in letting go of a victim mentality. Sometimes we think of victim mentality or victims as having had experiences really traumatic experiences where they've been attacked, they've been abused, something like that. A victim mentality really goes further than that, and you need to look at the big picture. Victims feel overly influenced by other people and outside circumstances. They perceive themselves as powerless to change their life situations. Have we ever been in that position? I have. Clove helps individuals to stand up for themselves, be proactive, and feel capable of making their own choices regardless of others and what other people are choosing or what other people think they ought to do. So clove also assists individuals in letting go of patterns of self-betrayal and codependency by reconnecting them with their personal integrity. It helps you build up appropriate boundaries and defenses. That is a powerful thing right now. I know I feel like I've stopped listening to the news except for about once a week. But just all the commotion around the political situation, the health situation, just all the situations going on, then we all need protection and help with setting up boundaries, and clove will help you. So the negative emotions are that it will help you overcome are victim mentality, defeated, dominated, enslaved, fear of rejection, intimidated, controlled, or codependent. The positive properties will help us feel empowered, help us have clear boundaries, be protected, courageous, independent, capable, proactive, and integrity. So those are all pretty great, benefits that we can get by using clove. So clove is found in On Guard and DDR Prime, and those are two super powerful oils. So That is something that to be aware of, that clove is a really powerful oil to be in those. So the top properties for clove are, it's an antioxidant, antiviral, antifungal, expectorant, nervine, that means it's calming to your nerves, antiparasitic, vermicide, that means it's poisonous to worms that you would get inside of you. Well, I guess you could see if that would be poisonous to your garden worms too, but I don't know about that. And antibacterial. So let's talk about some of its uses. The antioxidant is one of the ones that is the most incredible to me when I stop and think about it. So the ORAC scale, all capital letters, ORAC, and I can't remember what those stand for, but it's, you know, an abbreviation or something, is a way of testing that measures the level of antioxidant protection capacity of a product or food. So ORAC, the ORAC scale for clove essential oil is 1,078,700. The next closest oil is myrrh at 379,800. For, you know, live products, that blueberries, which are one of the things we always hear are the highest in best antioxidant, blueberries, their value is 9,621. Just ground clove, so not the oil, but just the ground up clove like we use in the spice, is 290,283 units. So the value per gram of cloves is 30 times more than blueberries. So that ought to put it in perspective for you a little bit, that as an antioxidant, clove is right up there about the best of anything that you can get anywhere. So catch this. 1 drop of clove oil is equal to 2 pounds of carrots, 2 quarts of blueberries, or 2 cups of beet juice in antioxidant capacity. Now, would you rather add 1 drop of clove to your hot cocoa or your tea, or drink 2 cups of beet juice? I think I'll take the 1 drop. So it just is such a super, super powerful antioxidant, and having antioxidants are really, really important to our overall health. I just noticed, Loretta, you're on. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. So the next thing is for skin eruptions. So as a natural remedy, you can take 3 drops of clove oil and mix with 2 teaspoons raw honey, mix it together and use it to wash your face. And it will help when you've got skin eruptions that are undesirable for you. I would actually, on that one, that recipe came from Dr. Axe. I would probably start with 1 drop of clove oil, because clove is really an intense oil. It is a hot oil. So it's easier to start with 1 drop and then see, and if you're not getting a warming sensation or anything, you can go up, but you can't, you know, you can't take it out. It has been, like I said, it's been used for decades and probably hundreds of years for tooth discomfort and other things that go wrong around the roots of your teeth. To help you with that, apply oil to a cotton swab and hold it onto the affected tooth or gums. If you're going to put it on your gums, then have it with a little bit of fractionated coconut oil. I have got a niece who got through a weekend where she had a molar that had gone bad and was causing an extreme amount of pain. And she she got through the weekend without having to, have a after hours visit with her dentist just by using Clove, that it handled the pain through the weekend till she could get to her dentist. And the dentist was just amazed that she could survive the weekend because it was in pretty bad shape. So it's got great capacities that way. For teething babies, you can dilute it a lot, but then just rub it on the outside of their jaws. If it's diluted a lot, you can just put some on your finger and or a cotton swab and rub it where the tooth is coming through. But you can just rub it on the outside of their jaw, and it will help. So it is antibacterial, so it's really powerful against a lot of strains of bacteria. You can take it internally in a veggie capsule if you want the internal benefits. It is really high in its protective capacity for protecting our cells and our body. And that's one of the reasons that you'll find it in DDR Prime and in On Guard. So if you've got indigestion, gas, bloating, flatulence, you can dilute it and apply to your abdomen. If you have a lot of indigestion and bloating that you want to use the Clove for, I would, put a couple of drops, put a drop in your hand and put several drops of fractionated coconut oil on, and then rub it on. If it's working really well, I would go ahead and make up a roller bottle and use that, and then it's just really easy for you to apply. It is very supportive of your immune system, so it will boost your immune system. It is effective against head lice. You can use 1 tablespoon of your favorite natural hair conditioner, mix in several drops of clove oil, wash your hair, then massage in the Clove Enhanced conditioner, but don't rinse it. Instead, get a head lice comb and comb through your hair to get out any lice. The lice will be dead by that point, and then rinse the conditioner out and reapply daily until you've gotten rid of all of them. So that's something to keep in mind. It is a natural insect repellent, especially when you combine it with cedarwood, cinnamon, and lemon in a carrier oil and apply it to your skin. It can relieve the sting and itch of various bites and stings. To maintain optimal cardiovascular, brain, and thyroid health, put 2 drops in a veggie capsule to support all of those systems. And if you are taking it internally, then to reduce the stress on your liver, combine it with a drop of zindocrine or helichrysum or cumin, green mandarin, geranium, or Roman chamomile in the veggie capsule. So instead of just having the 2 drops of clove, add a drop or 2 of one of these other oils. You don't have to add all of them, but just 1 or 2, and it will make it easier on your liver when you're taking it internally. You can take it internally to maintain an intestinal environment unfriendly to parasites and other environmental threats. So if you've got starting to have a sore throat, then put 1 drop in some water and gargle it, and it will soothe your throat. You can put 1 drop on your tongue to curb nicotine cravings. You can take advantage of the warming sensation and the warming properties to have it diluted and rub it on your legs or your hands, wherever you have less than ideal circulation. Clove will help support good circulation. You can diffuse it, and it will help reduce nausea, motion, or seasickness. Or you can apply it, you can make a spritz, apply it on your pillow to create a long-term inhalation, like the first night on a cruise. I have yet to go on a cruise. One day we will. But what I understand, the first night is when a lot of people get seasick before they develop their sea legs. So that's an option. Now, it's also great in cooking. So you can add a drop or 2 to your favorite autumn or holiday recipes. You can add it to sugar cookies. On doTERRA's website, and to find it, you can go to, they've got across the top of doTERRA.com, they've got a thing that says, it says either resources or educate, and the other one is at the bottom of the screen. And there will be a blog, and you can click on blog, and then you can, it'll be DIY projects, recipes, and something else, and you can pick the recipes and look through there. Or you can just put in Clove in the search bar, and it will bring up the page about the product, but it will have, there's 3 different categories, and the middle one is blogs. You can click on that, and that will bring up some of these recipes. But there's a recipe on the doTERRA website that for cinnamon spice salad dressing, a pumpkin pie recipe that has clove oil in it, Christmas-like sugar scrubs, potpourri, and gingerbread cookies. So check it out and see, because there's lots of fun recipes. It is a hot oil, so you want to dilute it. If you're going to be using it on children, then 1 to 5 drops in a 10 ml bottle is all you want to put in. Or if you are elderly or caring for an elderly person, you only want to put 1 to 5 drops, because their skin is thinner and more sensitive. So, make it a really high dilution. That's about a 1 in 20 dilution. For adults, you could do a ratio of 1 to 10. So that would be about 10 drops in a 10 ml bottle. So if you are on blood thinners, then use caution when you're using clove. So, I hope that tells you lots about clove. The next one we're going to talk about is rose. And I love roses. Everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people have rose bushes in their garden. doTERRA sources their rose oil from Bulgaria. And this is an area in Bulgaria where I guess I would love to go and see it. It's just acres and acres and miles and miles and miles of roses. But they are so particular about their roses. No cars are allowed, no motorized vehicles are allowed in this valley where the rose oil is sourced, because they want to protect their roses. Now, roses are often known as queen of flowers. Catch this. It takes 12,000 rose blossoms, and that's rose blossoms, not rose petals. Rose blossoms to make 1 5 milliliter bottle of the essential oil. And the oil is steam distilled from the flowers. So just a year ago was the first time that you could purchase a 5 ml bottle of rose. This is an oil that you want to use points to purchase, because a 5 ml bottle is $275 wholesale. It's about $350, $375 retail. So save up your points and get yourself a 5 milliliter bottle of rose. But they've got Rose Touch, which is great. And the Rose Touch this month is 15% off. And that's one of the many reasons that we're talking about it. So with the 15% off, the Rose Touch is only $59.50. You can't use points and get the 15% off. You can use points to get the rose oil. It's normally $70 wholesale, but with the 15% off, it's $59.50. And rose is such a powerful oil. You're going to be amazed at some of the things as we talk about it. So for the emotional benefits, rose is the oil of divine love. Rose oil holds a higher vibration than any other oil on the planet. It's a powerful healer of the heart. Rose invites individuals to experience the unwavering, unchanging, unconditional love of the divine. It restores individuals to authenticity, wholeness, and purity. Rose embodies divine love and teaches individuals how to connect with this love through prayer, meditation, and opening the heart to receive. And this is, when I say divine love, I'm talking about whatever you believe your higher power, whatever or whoever you believe your higher power to be. So it will help you kind of tune in and connect to that higher power. The negative emotions it will help overcome is just feeling bereft of divine love, feeling like you've just been deserted by your higher power. Constricted feelings, closed or broken heart, lack of compassion or wounded. Just reading those words doesn't make you feel sad, heavy and sad. But the positive properties are being loved, compassionate, healing, tender-hearted, accepted, empathy, and receiving that divine love. So Rose is just, it is such a powerful oil. The top properties are, it's an antidepressant, an aphrodisiac, antispasmodic, an emmenagogue, which that is a substance that increases menstrual flow, a sedative, and a tonic. So the benefits are Rose really helps when you are having overwhelming feelings of discouragement and sadness. So, and you can kind of think about this. Think of if your significant other has brought you a bouquet of roses. What's the first thing you do? You take a big whiff and get, just absorb in and enjoy the aroma. And then what's the next thing you do? You smile. And that is almost universal. It's just so uplifting and can help you with that. They did, the Journal of Complementary Therapies in Clinical Practice did an experiment, and it found that women experienced a significant decrease in postnatal depression scores and a marked improvement with a general anxiety disorder when they had roses and smelled rose essential oil or had the real thing. Now, this is one of the things that there are other companies that have rose, but for it to be, a lot of them will say that it's pure, but if it takes 12,000 rose blossoms to make a 5 ml bottle of pure rose essential oil, what are the likelihoods that you're going to find a 5 milliliter bottle at Walmart for $15 and that it's actually pure? Not so much. So be careful and be aware of that, and just stick with doTERRA because they are so great about keeping them pure. So if you are feeling anxious or down in the dumps, try putting 5 drops of rose and 5 drops of lavender in a diffuser by your nightstand before bed. And hopefully you will wake up relaxed and a peaceful feeling. Okay, so I just got the notice. I've just got the 10-minute notice, so I'm going to start talking really fast so we don't run out of time and Zoom cuts us off. It is great for your skin health. One friend that I know just takes the touch and has her moisturizer on and then just puts a little bit and rubs it onto her face every day. And she said it helps her skin and it helps her mood, and it helps her feel loved, and it helps her day be just really lots better. It's great for your libido and your hormone health. It can help keep your immune system strong. With scars and wounds, you can apply it and it will help it the scars go away and help the wounds heal. Diffuse or apply to the back of your neck and over your heart for grief and discouragement. The wrinkles, if you're putting on your face, it will help your wrinkles. It will stimulate feelings of happiness and contentment after childbirth, which with most of us, I think that we'll be thinking about that with our daughters, daughter-in-laws, or granddaughters. Help the body naturally release the desire for pain medication. It's found in Immortelle, Whisper, Align, and Stronger. There were a couple of other things I wanted to tell you. I should have added them onto my other cheat sheet things. Diffuse to create a stress-relieving atmosphere to boost cognitive capacity, memory, I need both of those, and focus, and overcome feelings of grief or loss. Apply to the back of neck and forehead to calm nervous thoughts or behaviors and support healthy and sustained levels of dopamine. Diffuse with a citrus oil to promote feelings of energy and vitality and overcome mental fatigue. And you can combine it with Whisper if you want to apply it on your pulse points for a signature perfume. So these are the two handouts that you will be getting, and I will send those out. Like I say, if you don't want them, then either don't open up the email or let me know, and I will be happy to, well, let me rephrase. I will try to remember to not send them to you, but if I accidentally do, then just ignore them if you don't want them, but I think all of you want them. So, does anybody have any questions that I can help answer for you? We've still got, I've got my phone here, so I've got an eye on my timer. So we won't get cut off by the thing. Have any of you used Rose and had great experiences with it? So, yes, somebody just unmuted. Ida, yes.
Yeah, I love it. I just looked in my purse and I need another bottle. I didn't even realize it.
You know, when I was getting ready for this, I picked mine up and looked and thought, oh, I sure hope I've got another bottle, which I'm pretty sure I do. But mine's down to about, you know, 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch in my bottle.
Yeah, mine's less than that, so I got to do it.
Yes, get your order in. It will help you get your 200 points. Gail,
yes,
unmute yourself and share.
The first time I smelled the rose, I don't know what was wrong with me, but I didn't like it. But since then, I have loved it. And I think it all depends upon you at the moment and what's going on in your life. And I don't know, but I love it now.
Yeah.
And so I think if you don't like it the first time, maybe it's too strong. Maybe take it a little further away from your nose or something. I don't know, but it's fantastic.
You know, I had a very similar experience.